Good afternoon and welcome to this parent-teacher meeting discussing Andrew's needs in the classroom and how we developed Andrew and how to set him up for success. So the first part we're going to talk about is general observations. So I noticed that Andrew would interrupt the teacher on several occasions, generally in times that were inappropriate, and he would just blurt out answers without being asked. Andrew's also very easily distracted, especially with other peers. So if other peers were talking, Andrew would end up just getting sidetracked, not doing his work, and led him to not finish his assignments. Andrew also struggles with waiting his turn. If the teacher didn't call on him, he'd get very frustrated. He would not want to wait his turn and again blurt out answers when a teacher may have called on another student for that. For Andrew's strengths, Andrew really excels academically. He really has great grades. He's very knowledgeable in most subjects. Andrew is also a hardworking student and very passionate about certain subjects. So for history, an example, for the class we're in today, he's very passionate about that, wants to know all the facts, tell you all the facts, very, very passionate about it. Andrew is also a very creative speaker and thinker. So whenever doing bell work before the class period, he wants to go ahead, he thinks about it in a different way outside of the box than the other students, and he comes and deduces an answer that is very creative. And then the best thing about Andrew is his attitude. He's always willing to get better, always willing to learn more about a subject, and really always has a smile on his face. Some areas of need for Andrew is socially and emotionally. He really needs to learn how to interact with his fellow peers, and then emotionally, growing and being able to contain his frustrations. He struggles also with taking turns with his peers and taking turns when it's his turn to answer a question. Andrew also, when this happens, will tend to isolate himself away from the other students. The other thing is that Andrew also needs to learn how to control his temper, and we'll work on that together to improve him academically. The content area that we focused on was social studies, specifically in the United States history during Ronald Reagan's presidency. We discussed things like the war on drugs, the Iran hostage crisis, and we mainly focused on the Iran-Contra affair. Pre-assessment for Andrew was that he understood how Ronald Reagan was voted into office, that how the citizens of America viewed Ronald Reagan as president. How did the citizens of America view the previous president compared to Ronald Reagan? He was very knowledgeable about the war on drugs and also knowledgeable about the Iran hostage crisis, which are both crucial to what developed with the Iran-Contra affair. This lesson plan was about the Iran-Contra affair. So it started out, we discussed the general overview of what the Iran-Contra affair is and what occurred and what happened. How did Congress view it? How did President Ronald Reagan view it? And how did other people react to the situation? After we did that overview, I did play a video for Andrew that summarized all the events and conflicts that occurred. I provided a fill-in-the-blank notes for Andrew to develop and go through so that he could stay on task. I also provided breaks when necessary, and then paired up the student with another student afterwards to develop and discuss if they disagreed or agreed with what occurred with the Iran-Contra affair and what their opinions were on Ronald Reagan after that happened. The overall experience was that it was very time efficiency, like keeping the student on track. I believe that I did very well with that. The breaks allowed Andrew to stay focused and complete his work and focus on what was being presented through the video or just being presented with what was discussed with the other students. Andrew was very cooperative with the other students during discussion time. He really did not get off task during this lesson plan, which I'm very proud of Andrew for staying on task for that. He completely filled out the whole entire fill-in-the-blank notes, which is going to help set him up for success in the future. And I really look forward to continuing working with Andrew and setting up this individualized education plan so we can set Andrew up for the most success. Thank you for coming out and meeting with me today. I believe that it's the best for Andrew, and I look forward to meeting with you again. Thank you.